good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are. That is not very important. Important is who are you, what you're doing, and where you are. My name is Paul Gregory. This beautiful hour I have is so that God may assist me to work, to know what is right for us as a people, what is right for us as a family of one Father who is God himself. We have always been trying to make things move. We have tried always to make life to be what it should be. At the end of it all, we find ourselves doing the wrong things, only in the expense of what we really need to do as a people to work on the step that will take us to the next level. It is important to note also that each and every time you live, you should be a friend of peace. You should be a friend, a person who works to, embrace peace and ensure that you are disseminating, supplying the same peace to the next person, so to speak. It is also important to note that we are not living alone. We do not live alone in the entire world. We live with people. And how we live with people matters a lot. How you interact with the next person matters a lot. It actually shows who you are. It actually brings a clear picture of who you are, the inside of you, and of course what comes out is definitely what is inside you. So it is also worth noting that when we live, we have to ensure that we are embracing peace. We are embracing what is going to make us grow even further. We've had many people talk. We have had many people preach. We have seen preachers, pastors, bishops all over the world preach about good behaviors, good deeds, what we need to do so that we get what we need to do so that we achieve what, and so on and so forth. Today in my messenger, I want to talk about a number of things, a number of issues that affect the world today, a number of things that affect the society, a number of things that affect even families, and that is the dissemination of information. Information is key to each and every aspect of life. What we live by information. We are guided by information. We live by what we listen to, what we hear, and what we see. And information means even what you see communicates to you. Even what you listen to actually communicates to you. And that means if we stay away of information, then we are in the dark. Yes, so we should ensure that every time we want to live well, we have to make sure that what we disseminate, the dissemination for that matter, what is that we are supposed to give out. So the important issue today is information. Information. How do you carry your information? How do you disseminate? Dissemination actually is just a word that tells you how to deliver. Actually, how do you deliver the information? And what is this information are you delivering to the next person, to the next station, what is the repercussion? What is going to come out of the information that you're giving out to the next person? So it is important to note that what information we are giving out must be information that is going to go deep, build peace to the people, build peace to that person you're telling that information. Because let me tell you, if we were born to be a bad people, then we are. And if that person you keep going to giving information, feeding information, telling them this is what that person did, this is what your husband did, this is where I saw your wife. Oh, listen, that information that you're taking to that person, it is poisonous. I'm telling you, it is dangerous. I'm telling you, it is even going to eat into you. So important now is to note that what information are we giving to the people? What information are we giving to the other person? And that I will just want to not go into the scriptures, but I just want to assist you to get to know that information, disseminating information is actually godly. and be it as it is, let it be done. It have to be done in the very right way. Yes, we informers, for that matter, because journalists and all media houses, we give information out, and that means we have to make sure the information that we are giving out to the people is information that is going to bring peace, sanity, and harmony to the listener, to that person who is getting that information. We shall get a scripture from the Genesis, the book of Genesis, that is 32, Genesis 32 and verse 3 alone. The Bible says, and Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother and to the land of Seir, the country of Edom. I'm reading this just to show you that what you're doing as an informer, what you're doing as a disseminator, what you're doing as an informer is very godly. It's very right. But what information are you giving out to that person? What information are you giving out to the next person? Have you counter-checked? Have you gone deep to the words that you're using, the statements that you're coming up with, the information that you're going to take to that person? Are you looking at it and see what the repercussion will be? Supposing you make this person go down, to some people go sick, people fall sick because of what they listen to, because of what they hear, because of what you're telling them. Mark you, the information that you're giving out, some of the people will respect you because of maybe of your age, maybe of your status, maybe because of who you are, at that level, and whatever level that you are in, that person will want to take you as serious as you would like to be taken. But now, what is this information that you're taking out? Are you sure the information you're giving out, is it the best for that person you're going to talk to? Let us not look at life as you think you own that person. You don't own anybody, even your own child. You don't. They have their way to discuss their issues. You are only supposed to advise and let them decide. The issues that we want to impose to our people, the issues that we want to impose to our maybe our children, maybe our sons and daughters, maybe our sisters and brothers, maybe our wives and husbands, maybe to our parents. Look here. If I have an information that needs to be disseminated to the next person, I have to look at it clearly. Look at it. Is it going to cut down this person in a bad way? Is it going to cause actually death? Because many people die because of what they have just had. The other day we had a lady was knocked down by a vehicle because somebody told her that the husband has been seen around with a woman, and now this lady came out very fast running. Okay, it's okay, but because there is that love. But what is it that has gone for? It is because what she has been told has caused her life. It has cost her life. And I want to tell parents, I being one of them, anytime and every time you keep on poking nose to the next person, maybe your son or your daughter or your child or that other person, or you have taken yourself to be an advisor for somebody, if you keep on poking your nose to that person, then there are some seeds you're planting into that person. So at the end of it all, we have to make sure that what information you're giving out is not going to bring death to the next person. We'll also be accompanied by another verse here from Numbers, the book of Numbers 20 and verse 14. It starts just with a word here. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the kingdom to the king of Edom, and thus saith, thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that has fallen us. You can read it by yourself, and you can go on and on reading. My point now here is that, okay, honestly, what you're doing is good. The information you're giving out is very fine, it's very noble and very strong to the person. But let us disseminate. Let us give out information that is going to build, information that is going to bring, peace to the next person. Every person, sometimes people think that when they say something to the other person, they think they are advising. Sometimes we are not. Sometimes we are spoiling the next person because what we are planting into them brings a lot. I want to give you a very personal testimony where my personal life, somebody walk around, to my very close people and told them, this person has a wife here, and this person has this, and he's doing this and that and this and that in this station and here. And my point was very simple. I told whoever was telling me, now there are two things you're supposed to do. If what you're telling me you think is very right, if you think what you're telling me is right, take this. If you think what you're telling me is right, please, can I meet this person? Let us be the three of us. Then give me that information when we are together, so that we'll be in a position to judge. And it worked, because now, Paul, you told Mr. A that I said this. So let this person say what they said in front of you. Not unless it is intelligent issue where there's a death that is coming in. But let me tell you, at some levels we are wrong when we disseminate, when we give out information, when we want to talk to people, and when we give out what we think is right for them. So let us be good messengers. Let us be good messengers. Let us be messengers who will look down there. No. Go down to whatever you're talking about. How strong this message, rather, what are the repercussions? What will come out of this after I have given it out to whoever I want to take the information to? We have just begun a messenger program. This is a program that will be coming to you every day, and we must tell you that we must talk, we must discuss. So I invite you into our talk so that we can share what information are you giving out, what testimonies. We are going to talk about testimonies here. We are going to talk about who has done what, for what, and for this family, and for that instance, and all that. So we have to ensure, to make sure that the information you're giving out must be information that you yourself will be happy about. The other day in some school, somebody, a student killed herself in the house, I think in a dormitory or somewhere, or maybe somewhere in the school. Why? Because somebody told the teachers that this girl had taken some money from some corner in the dorm. And no matter how much this girl went, pleading with the teachers, telling them, I did not do this, I'm not doing this, I've never done this, I've never actually stolen anything from even my home. Back home, I have never done A, B, C, D. But they went ahead and, pushed her and, telling her what you're doing is, you're doing this and, this is wrong. And it went to a very bad extent where now the child, because she knew the status of her mother, the mother is a single mother. She knows the status of her mother, and then she told the teachers, please don't tell my mom about this, because it is very strong to hide. It is not the best thing for her. But the teachers went ahead and told her, you are the one who did this. We have evidence, we have everything, all it takes to have you as the right person, as the very bad criminal who did this. You know what happened? The parent was called back from home, and when she came, unfortunately, very bad, very bad. This child went and killed herself after writing a message, a note, and telling the school, I did not do this, you are forcing this into me, my mother is sick, she's going to get involved into big problems. Now look here, it is only an information that has killed this child. It doesn't matter that somebody will talk about her killing herself, bringing more problems to the mother. Yes, but supposing you took this child seriously and interrogate in the right way, So if you interrogated in the very right way, nothing would come out. The child would be alive. And mark you, that person who is stealing from that school is still there. That person who took that money or whatever happened is still there, and it will still happen. So what happens for those teachers? What happens if this thing happen again and the child is no more?